Ah, yes. It's that magical time of year again. The air is crisp, the leaves are turning, and bam! Everything around you suddenly smells like a cinnamon-covered pumpkin that just exploded. From lattes to dog treats, the pumpkin spice invasion is now in full swing. But how did this humble seasonal flavor mutate into this cultural juggernaut we can't seem to escape?
Do you like pumpkin spice?
And what can it teach us about marketing, design, and our collective obsession with nostalgia? In a cup. Strap in for a savory deep dive into the world of pumpkin spice. But first, did you know that pumpkin spice doesn't actually contain any pumpkin? Let that sink in. It's basically a cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, clove death squad that's been lurking in your grandma's spice rack since, well, forever, showing up in pies, cookies, and now, well, pretty much everything.
Everything is pumpkin spice.
The origins of pumpkin spice. You know, if you really want to impress your friends, drop some knowledge about the global spice trade. Cinnamon from Sri Lanka, nutmeg from Indonesia, and cloves from some tiny island you know they've never heard of. That's going to impress them. These spices used to be so rare and expensive that you'd only see them at a coronation event or a red wedding.
Jon Snow avenged the Red Wedding.
By 1796, the spice trade was more developed, and the spices became affordable enough that Amelia Simmons included the pumpkin pie in the first American cookbook. But by 1934, Americans had decided that blending these spices was taking up too much of their time that was better spent on things like future-proofing the patriarchy.
Took patriarchy and, made a patriarchy.
Enter our savior, McCormick's pre-mixed pumpkin spice. Soon, Thanksgiving became less focused on meal prep and more on politics. Yay! In 2003, Starbucks gave us the gift we didn't know we needed. The pumpkin spice latte. Or as the cool kids say, PSL.
PSL, please.
They weren't just slinging a new drink. They were selling a feeling. Peter Dukes, the Starbucks exec behind the PSL, wanted to capture the cozy fall mood. And did he ever? It's like they brewed a cup of autumn, slapped a massive price tag on it, and convinced us that sipping one would remind you of the glorious splendor of the fall. Which is hard to do because we're in Austin where there is only one season, hot. It wasn't just about the taste, though. Starbucks made the PSL an experience. It was cozy sweaters, crunchy leaves, and Instagrammable moments in a cup. And let's not forget the limited time offer.
Limited time offer?
By 2015, that scarcity hit us harder than the knowledge that HBO would soon run out of Game of Thrones books. By then, Starbucks had sold a mere 200 million PSLs. So after Starbucks lit the fuse, every brand wanted in. Soon, you could get pumpkin spice everything. We're talking cookies, cereal, yogurt, even hummus. Yes, that's real, and no, it's not very good. What started as a cozy fall drink became a billion-dollar industry. Suddenly, fall didn't start when the leaves turned anymore. It started when the first pumpkin spice item hit the shelves. In August. The genius behind this? Seasonal exclusivity. Make something limited, slap a festive label on it, and people will trample each other in the aisles to get it. Pumpkin spice became less about taste and more about tradition, a must-have fall status symbol. Every time you buy something pumpkin spice, you're not just making a purchase, you're making a statement. What that is, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I prefer autumn over summer. All right.
Shrug, he shrugged.
Of course, it's not just a flavor now, it's a lifestyle. From candles to lip balm, you can literally live your best pumpkin spice life 24/7. Brands like Yankee Candle and Bath & Body Works have made sure your home smells like a pumpkin pie exploded for months. And social media? Social media, forget about it. The PSL has become more famous than some A-list celebrities. There's something about posting a pic of that iconic cup that says, "I'm thriving, even if I'm dead inside." Is pumpkin spice ever going to die? Probably not. Just like that one Chumbawamba song you've been haunted by in retail establishments for the last 27 years, pumpkin spice is here for the long haul. Why? Because brands keep finding new ways to sneak it into products. As long as there are cozy sweaters, flannels, and overpriced candles, pumpkin spice will continue to reign supreme. It's like the Mariah Carey of seasonal flavors, inevitable and eternal. Love you, Mimi. So what can we, as designers and marketers, take away from the pumpkin spice phenomenon? It's more than just a flavor. It's a marketing masterclass. Here are 5 tips for you to pumpkin spice your next big idea. Exclusivity sells. Make your product feel like a limited edition, a must-have, even if you're just selling socks. Tap into nostalgia. Pumpkin spice works because it reminds people of simpler times, grandma's kitchen, family gatherings, and the warm embrace of seasonal denial. Make it multisensory. Think beyond the product itself. The pumpkin spice sensation isn't just about the taste. It's about the smell, the sight, and a whole vibe. Create an immersive experience of it. Leverage social media. Pumpkin spice became a cultural icon partly because people won't stop sharing it. Give your audience something they want to post about, and they will. Stay flexible. Trends evolve. Maybe the next big thing is sweet potato latte, a real thing I tried at a Starbucks in Seoul. Keep your brand nimble to keep it relevant. Pumpkin spice forever. Pumpkin spice started as a pie seasoning, but now PSL is the MVP of seasonal marketing. Whether you're a fan or a hater, there's no denying the brilliance behind its rise to fame. For us designers and marketers, there's a lot to learn from how a humble blend of spices took over the world. Hey, speaking of spice, what's the weirdest pumpkin spice product you've seen? I'm still recovering from the pumpkin spice hummus at Trader Joe's. Pro tip, don't even try it. All right, I'm off to give Starbucks another piece of my soul. If you liked this episode, you're going to love next week's, a deep dive into the history of socks. Be sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss that one. In the meantime, let's rummage through my mom's pantry for the next big flavor sensation. Cream of mushroom spice latte, anyone? Yum. I'll be here when you get back.